Hi everyone and very good morning. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep, and this is our weekly editorial Aeon analysis. Aeon because we predominantly take articles from Aeon, but otherwise we take articles from various sources as well. I hope you can hear and see me clearly, everyone. Am I clearly audible, visible? Very good morning. I hope everything looks fine. You could confirm that? Yes. Okay, so करेंगे क्या क्लास में आज? See, every week we meet once, usually on Thursdays, and we try to take up one article from a popular source जहां से CAT में articles आ सकते हैं, ठीक है? और उस आर्टिकल को हम पढ़ने की कोशिश करते हैं, एनालाइज करने की कोशिश करते हैं. I हाय एवरीवन. ओके, सो गुड मॉर्निंग. ठीक है, तो उस आर्टिकल को पढ़ने की कोशिश करते हैं, देखते हैं उस आर्टिकल को कैसे समझ सकते हैं. अगर वैसा ही एक आर्टिकल एग्जाम में आ जाए जिसमें बहुत सारे अननोन वर्ड्स हैं, बहुत सारे डिफिकल्ट वर्ड्स है, डिफिकल्ट इन्फरेंसेस है, उसको कैसे, हाउ डू यू रीड दैट सो दैट यू आर एबल टू कॉम्प्रिहेंड इट effectively. That's the purpose of this class. So let's see what's going to be the agenda for today's session. I have brought one article for you. ठीक है, सोर्स मैं बताऊंगी नहीं, लेकिन सुप्रीमली इंटरेस्टिंग आर्टिकल है. लॉन्ग है इसलिए एक लेके आई हूँ. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, बहुत मजा आएगा. वी गोइंग टू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ फन रीडिंग दिस आर्टिकल. ठीक है, सो आई हैव वन आर्टिकल, सोर्स आई विल नॉट टेल यू. And there are a few words in the passage that are usually you don't come across them. So I'll tell you the meaning of the words, not directly, but we'll try to infer the meaning contextually. Because कभी भी अगर passage से एक word आता है, उसका contextual meaning is more important than anything else. तो contextual meaning निकालेंगे उसका. ठीक है, tone of the author. अच्छा, by the way, आज का tone difficult है. अब all the people who are watching me live, आप में से किसी को, is there anybody who faces problem with identification of tone of the author? Because today's tone is actually tricky. So do we have people today who face issues with identifying the tone of the author? Anyone? I hope not. Okay, so because aaj ka tone is going to be tricky. We're going to be talking about that by the end of the article, but it is tricky. So is the summary or the main idea of the passage. Okay, hi Kaushal. So we're going to be talking about the main idea. What is the main idea? Gist, summary, theme of the passage. We're going to talk about the tone, and we're going to draw a lot of inferences through the article that I've brought for you. But before I show you the actual articles, a couple of things. Our 8 hours non-stop marathon is going to happen on 21st and 22nd November. Only a few days to go. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you come back and bookmark the video whenever it's going to be scheduled. Don't miss out on this. 8 hours, keep yourself free on both the days. We are going to be discussing those last minute questions. Basically, it's like question, on and on and on, so that you're getting into the practice of it if you're out of it. Make sure you don't miss out on that session. Hi Pragya. Okay, so ये attend करना है. Apart from that, of course, CAT is going to be happening on 27th of November, and I'm sure you would want to see the detailed analysis, तीनों slot के analysis. Check out the timings whenever your slot happens. You have to check out the analysis and the analysis of the other slots as well. So it has to be attended on the following schedule. इसको miss नहीं करना. Now let's start with our article. Here's the first page. Be very careful about that because I'm going to be asking you a couple of questions after you've read this page. Read this and send me an answer. Hi Disha. Okay. Navi Mumbai, yes, you might. KJ Sumaya looks a little tricky to me. No, it's not a kidney heart attack नहीं है. ये जरूरी है ये last minute question solve करना. This will keep you in practice. And you know, last few years हमने देखा है that the questions that we do वही questions आ रहे हैं exam में, तो कर लेना ये questions, ठीक है? Last minute पढ़ लो passage. And I'm sure you're going to love reading this. Send me done when you're done. My first question. What is the opinion of the author regarding women being funny? Does he think women are funny? Does he think women are not funny? Or does he have a neutral stance? Answer this. Ah, thank you, Disha. Finally. Yes. And keep practicing it, Disha. Okay? उसको practice करते रहो. Passages को solve करोगे, बार-बार try applying that technique till the time you sit for cat. Anxiety हो रहा है थोड़ा सा? थोड़ा जरूरी है. Anxiety नहीं है मतलब देखो सिर्फ दो तरह के बच्चों की anxiety नहीं होती. One who's done everything and one who's done nothing. So I'm sure you guys don't belong to either of the categories. Thoda anxiety is necessary. Now answer this question. What do you think is the opinion? Okay, Brad says it's a stereotype. You know, that was this, only this word is the catch here. If you paid attention to this word, you would be answering exactly like Brad did. Now see, there's a question if women are funny or not. And usually people think women are not funny. But then he thinks it is only a stereotype. Stereotype क्या होता है कि अपने personal opinion और अपने personal limitations के साथ आपने कुछ मान लिया है. वो factually true नहीं है. एक common belief है कि ऐसा होता है. So एक common belief है कि women are not funny. Author ने इसको stereotype बोला है. अब author obviously slightly negatively slanted है, moving towards the fact that women possibly are funny, but it's a common stereotype that women are not. ठीक है, ये तो पहला opinion हो गया. Okay, it's a prejudice. Yes, Pragya, correct. Now, apart from that, he goes back. He asks us a question, and that is, ये opinion तो है लोगों का. It's a prejudice that people have that women are not funny. But how old is this in reality? Okay, so he tries to answer this in this paragraph, identifying when did this notion come up, it became popular, when did that happen, and he tries to go back to Freud, what he said, what his followers believed in. Okay, he goes on with that, says humor is a masculine trait, and that's probably why women are not as funny. इस paragraph में इतना important है. Next paragraph में चलते हैं. Here you go. Read this and send me a done. It's simple. Do you see these words? You know, okay, guys, I'm sorry if you find this article a little offensive, but something of this sort can come up in the examination. I don't know what the author's opinion is for now, but we'll have to go through something as offensive as ascribing female humorlessness to the demands of courtship and reproduction. तो आ सकता है, देखो ऐसा, and this is one of my favorite topics, but इसकी बात करते हैं, ठीक है? So basically, पहले in the penultimate page, the author had quoted Freud. Then he quoted Hitchens, okay? And he quotes different people to show that this opinion of why women are less funny than men, where does it come from? So he takes you back to the time when there were cavemen. He takes you back to the time when the attribute of humor was ascribed to only men, and women were called humorless because they wanted courtship and their job was to reproduce only. And that's why that is what they would look for, finding an appropriate mate with whom they could reproduce, and thus humorlessness. अब आगे चलते हैं. In cavemen, who they had to prove their worth by showing their wit. Now, there were limited number of women, and all the men had to woo that one woman so that they could reproduce with the woman. So, यहाँ wit, do you know what is wit? Do you understand wit? Wit is that remark जो बहुत ही clever remark होता है, that's funny yet very catchy. Okay, that's wit. And I'm sure you've read Shashi Tharoor and his writings, and you've read George Orwell and his writings that are full of wit. Okay, so wit is कैसे men ने ये humor सीखा क्योंकि उनको एक woman को वो करना था. Yeah, okay. तो यहाँ ये तो प्रूव हो गया कि men ने humor कैसे सीखा because they had to woo a woman. ठीक है, but does that make a woman humorless? We still don't have any proof about that. Not at least in the ancient times. ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं. अभी तक the author is trying to evaluate the answer to one question. What is the question? What is the question? The author is trying to answer one question. What is the question? The author is trying to answer a question in these paragraphs. What is the question? Is the question, are women humorless? Is the question, when did the stereotype arrive? Yes, Pragya, it is since when. Not the fact that women are humorless or not. It's the fact that since when was the stereotype followed, prevalent, into existence? Okay? No, Praz, it's when. So, if you see the penultimate page, yahan bhi it's answering when. In the 20th century. How old is it? He goes on to identify how old is it by discussing cavemen. ठीक है, आगे चलते. That's how you make a mind map. आगे देखो. Next page. Read this and send me a done. It's okay, Amrit, read the page. I'll just move the image a little. Wait. Here you go. I'm sorry, the text is cut a little. You see, educational world, I'm so sorry, what's your name? You see the continuation in answering when. It comes to Middle Ages as well. Now, absolutely, all of it is premise. You can skim through it. Correct. The author is still trying to find out when did it happen. Okay? Did the author get an answer to it? When did it happen? Okay, Dipankar, help me answer this. Was the author able to identify when did this opinion come into existence? Middle Ages, 16th century. All of this last paragraph is premise. No, we still don't know. We still have no idea about when actually did this start happening. When did the stereotype came into existence? We still don't know. The author is still trying to identify. देखो अभी केवमैन पे चला गया, केवमैन के बाद मिडिल एजेस में आया, 16th सेंचुरी में आया, नहीं समझ आ रहा कब आया ये ओपिनियन। ठीक है, आगे देखते हैं, शायद नेक्स्ट पेज में ओपिनियन मिल जाए, व्हेन डिड इट हैपन। हियर यू गो। वाओ। This is actually humorous more than anything. Now, I have two important questions to discuss. Yes, Pragya, the whole first paragraph is tremendously written. It's beautiful. I love it. Sarcasm intended. I'm not discussing the first paragraph. I'm discussing something here. Dekho, by this time, there are two important things all of you need to be very attentive about. Of course, the author is trying to identify when did the stereotype come into existence. But this second paragraph also explains why was this so prevalent. एक पर्सन बोलेगा ह्यूमरलेस है वुमेन, दो पीपल बोलेंगे ह्यूमरलेस है वुमेन, इतना प्रेवलेंट कैसे हुआ ये आइडिया? मैं आपको समझाती हूँ इस पैराग्राफ में ये प्रेवलेंसी कैसे आई. सो इट्स बेसिकली दैट men were of the opinion that men are superior to women. This patriarchy was predominantly popular throughout the world, across the world, specifically in the Middle Age. Okay, now any characteristic, any quality, if you ascribe that quality to be higher to any other quality, if you consider it to be a virtue, आप उसको ऑटोमेटिकली मेन से एसोसिएट कर देते थे, क्योंकि आपको लगता था ये हाई क्वालिटी है तो ये तो मेन के लिए होगी, क्योंकि मेन ऑटोमेटिकली सुपीरियर है वुमेन से. तो अगर ये क्वालिटी सुपीरियर है, अगर ये एक वर्च्यू है जो सबके पास होना चाहिए, तो ये जरूर मेन के पास होगा क्योंकि मेन सुपीरियर है. Did you understand why was it so prevalent, everyone? Yes, Disha, it's a very interesting one. Okay, so इसीलिए जैसे कुकिंग है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल कुकिंग प्रिडोमिनेटली वुमेन करती थी, बट जैसे ही होटल्स रेस्टोरेंट्स पॉपुलर हुए, उनको लगा नहीं 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 ये काम तो आदमियों का है, men will do this. You barely see women chefs in restaurants, they're mostly men. But at home you see only the women do cooking, क्योंकि वो काम is ascribed higher in the hierarchy. So that's exactly why it was ascribed only to men. Hi Yaneshwari, I just saw you. Okay, आगे बढ़ते हैं, ठीक है? So that's the answer to why. But we still don't know the answer to when did it become popular. Next page, let's go and see that. Here you go. It was needed. This change was needed, Dipankar. Too many words. Contextual meaning निकालो. Lots of words here. Okay, we have our answer to when here. Just what we had discussed about why. The moment men thought that this is a highly ranked virtue, they said, okay, ये हमारा है. This will belong to men. Automatically, women became humorless. ठीक है? अब देखो, इस पेज में there are lots of difficult words. I will not tell you the meaning of any word directly. ठीक है? What I'm going to teach you is if difficult words come in the examination one, it should not bother your speed or your understanding. Contextual meaning निकालना सबको आना चाहिए. 23, 22 जो भी आपका target year है. Okay? अब देखो, of course, since Sir Nicholas had kept a note of whatever funny he had heard of, most of them came from his mother in the form of quips. What could quips be? They could be sarcasm, they could be witty remarks. They actually are witty remarks. Okay? तो quips का मतलब नहीं पता, contextually निकाल सकते हो. Now, अब men को डर क्या था कि women हमारा मजाक उड़ाएंगी. So they said नहीं नहीं ये काम हमारा है. Humor हम अपने पास रखेंगे. Women, you're not funny, you're not funny, you're not funny. Constantly saying this, suppressing them. क्योंकि उनको डर लगता था कि women हमारा मजाक उड़ाएंगे. On the contrary, in fact, women actually वो genuinely मजाक उड़ाते थे men का. Lampoon is criticizing. किसको criticize करती थी women? Male pretensions को. Of course, this has to be a negative word. Gender stereotype भी क्योंकि एक negative word है. What is pretensions? Showing off something that actually is not true. Okay, that's pretension. It's the insecurity. ठीक है? आगे देखो. There's another example of Dorothy who used to write letters to her lover. और वहाँ she actually would make fun of other suitors. How would she make fun? The vainest, impertinent, self-conceited, learned coxcomb. All the words have to be negative because she is lampooning the suitors, people who want to marry her. Yeah, so self-conceited who thinks very highly of himself. Okay, coxcomb is a fool, a buffoon. All of these are absolutely negative words. So नहीं पता है word का meaning, contextual meaning निकालना सीखो. Positive, negative भी निकाल लोगे, you'll be very close to the answer. Back to the question. We know when did the idea become popular, when men thought this is our quality, this is not for women. But exact era, we still aren't sure of. Let's go to the next page and see if we can find our era. Here it is. A lot of premise you can skim. I'm sure if you've understood what the passage talks about till now, you will understand this page. You can skim through it. बहुत कुछ भी important नहीं है. It's a continuation of why men thought that they are superior to women. Constantly repetition of that. I'll skip this page. There's nothing very important here. Last page, okay? Now, my question is, homework दे दूं? है एक वीक होमवर्क दे देती हूँ, ठीक है? होमवर्क है the tone of the author. नहीं, होमवर्क है what is the author's opinion about women being humorless. Does he believes women are humorless? He believes women are not humorless. He is only neutral. You have to answer this under my video in the comment box, not in the chat box right now, under my video in the comment box. ठीक है? Author का belief क्या है? So it's basically the stance of the author about women being humorless. Does he support the fact that women are humorless? Does he negate the fact that women are humorless? or is he neutral? He's merely analyzing the fact that if women are humorless or not. ठीक है, क्योंकि एनालिटिकल हो सकता है पैसेज एज अ टोन, तो ऑथर का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, ओपिनियन न्यूट्रल भी हो सकता है. बी वेरी केयरफुल अबाउट दैट. Okay, now that's your homework. You have to comment under my video and tell me the answer. I'll be answering to each of the comment. Also, if you're targeting CAT 2023, our new comprehensive program has launched. Enroll yourself right now. The details are there under my video in the description box. But start earlier than others if you at all plan to sit for this, because the sooner you start, the better it is going to be for you. And our test series has also been launched. You still have time. You can still enroll yourself for the test series. Enroll kar lo, test le lo. I expect you to take at least one mock every single day. The description of this program is there on my video in the description box. And please take a screenshot of this. So today it is Gaurav sir's class under our last lab series for CAT 22. Tomorrow Saral sir, then Nikita ma'am, then Gautam sir. GP sir. Gautam sir sounds pretty weird. Okay. Okay. So all of this screenshot le lo. The remaining classes hai sub attend karna hai 7 p.m. Okay. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that yet. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, and download our app on Google Play. That should be all for today, everyone. And I'm going to see you very, very soon again. No, Pragya, I have only one. If it's log, I bring only one. Which is absolutely not true. But Dipankar, it's an analysis of the general societal concept, hai na? That's why. Don't leave the class without hitting a like button, okay? Bye everyone. Have a very good day. Read a lot. God bless you.